All right, let's talk about something that really matters. Today, we're diving into some serious wisdom, the kind of advice you get from people who've seen it all, to figure out what a truly well-lived life looks like when you get to the end of it.
So, just for a second, I want you to imagine this. What if you could actually do that? What if you could sit down with the 80-year-old version of you? What would they say? What urgent, can't-miss advice would they give you right now? Think about it.
Well, you know what? People have actually asked that question to thousands of older folks. And the amazing thing is, the answers are always kind of the same. So think of this as a cheat sheet, a little message from your future self, telling you what's really important.
Okay, so let's crack open this letter from our future selves, shall we? The very first thing they want us to understand is a big one, a truth that really only sinks in after a lot of years go by.
See, something happens after you've been around the block a few times. Around your 60s, a lot of people have this big realization. All the stuff we spend our youth chasing, the status, the money, what other people think, it all starts to look, well, different. Your whole perspective on what's actually valuable just completely flips.
And that brings us to the first huge piece of advice. We need to totally rethink what it means to be wealthy. And I can promise you, it's got nothing to do with what you see on social media.
This is so crucial to get. Look, money is renewable. You can lose it, you can make it back. But time? That's a whole different ballgame. Every second that passes is gone for good. You can't earn it back. And you know what one of the biggest regrets is? Wasting that precious, non-refundable time on things that, in the end, just didn't matter. So if wealth isn't just about money, what is it? It's this. It's having good health so you can actually enjoy your life. It's having peace of mind where you're not constantly stressed out. And it's having strong relationships with people you love. People realize way too late that no amount of money can buy back the health they ignored. All those little things you do today, like taking a walk or eating a little better, that's the real investment.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? After decades of living, the final verdict is in. Real, lasting happiness comes from the simple stuff, not from having more things. Chasing after the next expensive toy just distracts us from building a life that actually feels good.
So once you get this new definition of wealth, it naturally changes the choices you make every day. So let's talk about the big decisions, the ones that really echo through the years and help you avoid looking back with regret.
Life is this constant balancing act, isn't it? You absolutely have to save and plan for your future. That's just being smart. But you can't get so focused on tomorrow that you forget to actually live and make some memories today. The wisdom is all about finding that sweet spot in the middle.
The fear of failure. Man, this one's a biggie, especially when we're young. It's that fear that keeps you from asking someone out, or starting that business, or just trying something new. It can feel like this giant wall you can't get over.
But here's the crazy truth from the other side of life. The sting of failure, it fades. You learn something, you get stronger, and you move on. But you know what doesn't fade? That nagging feeling of regret for the things you were too scared to even try. That feeling can stick with you for a lifetime.
And when we talk about time, maybe the most important question is who you're spending it with. Look, jobs will come and go, money goes up and down, but the people in your life, your family, your partner, your real friends, they are the foundation. So many people wish they could go back and just have a few more moments with the ones they loved. That time is the most valuable thing you have.
Oh, this is a huge one. How much energy do we waste trying to live up to other people's expectations? It is exhausting. The wisdom here is to stop worrying so much about what everyone else thinks and start listening to your own gut. Living by your own values is the only real path to feeling at peace with yourself.
All right, for our last section, let's talk about the mindset. This isn't about what you do, it's about how you think. It's about the internal stuff that keeps you feeling alive and engaged no matter how old you get.
I love this idea. Learning isn't something that stops when you finish school. It's a lifelong adventure. Whether it's picking up new skills, diving deep into a topic you love, or just staying curious about the world, it keeps your mind sharp, and honestly, it just makes life way more interesting.
Oof, this one is tough, but it's so incredibly true. Holding on to a grudge, replaying old fights in your head, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It doesn't work. All that anger just eats away at you, and it's one of the deepest regrets people have later in life. So what's the antidote? It's so simple, but man, it can be hard to do. It boils down to this: be humble enough to say you're sorry when you mess up, and be generous enough to forgive other people when they mess up. You don't forgive for them,
You do it for your own peace. These two things are the secret to keeping your relationships healthy.
So, we end right back where we started, with a question. After hearing all this wisdom about what really matters, your time, your health, your relationships, your peace of mind, what is the one choice, just one, that you can make today that the 80-year-old you will look back and be so thankful for? That's for you to decide.